There we go. That's better. Okay, is everyone ready?
Never mind.
No.
Here we go. Gus was a little zebra who lived in Africa. He loved to gallop and jump about on the hot, dusty savanna. One morning, Gus was playing. It hadn't rained for ages, so the ground was very dry. He stamped his hooves, he reared, he bucked, and made the biggest dust clouds ever. Just then, Mum called Gus. "Come along, dear. We're going on a long walk." "But I don't want to make but I want to make dust clouds," said Gus, digging in his hooves. "Don't kick up a fuss, Gus," said Dad. "It's too hot here. The grass is dry and tough, and the river has nearly dried up." Before Gus could say anything more, his family had trotted off to join the rest of the herd. They walked along the riverbed and through a forest. "Walking is boring," moaned Gus. "I want to go home." Gus's family did their best to make the journey fun. When Gus got bored of singing, Grandma played I Spy. "Are we nearly there yet?" asked Gus. "Walk nose to tail," Mum told Gus. "No galloping off on your own," said Dad. Dad sang Five Little Zebras with Gus, and Mum sang Here We Go round the acacia tree. "We're much closer," said Grandpa. "Let's play Count the Mongoose." But then they got stuck in the traffic jam. They waited and waited and waited to cross the bridge. Gus got really fed up. "Don't kick up a fuss, Gus," Dad said. "There's nothing we can do." When they finally reached the other side of the bridge, Gus bolted. He leapt between the giraffe sleds, over an elephant's trunk, and galloped out of sight. Gus's family were furious when they finally caught up with him. "We're going to finish this walk, even if we have to carry you," said Dad. "Don't kick up a fuss, Gus." But Gus wasn't going to give in just yet. He kicked up the biggest fuss ever. That sounds like a lot of you kids with your mums and dads kicking up fusses. Eventually, Gus wore himself out. "If you've quite finished, we'll carry on," said Dad. "We need to catch up with the others." Mum gently pushed Gus along as they continued on their journey. "No more fussing," she said. At last, they stopped and rested for the night. "It will all seem better in the morning," said Mum, nuzzling his mane. The next day, they made better progress. They crossed the river and finally reached the top of the ridge. Gus knew there was no point in kicking up a fuss, and trekked up and down a mountain. From there, they could see a lush green valley before them. "We're nearly there," cried Mum, and pointed at something glistening in the distance. Gus joined the other zebras as they bounded down the hill, leapt off the grassy bank, and landed in the watering hole. Gus thought it was wonderful. He hoped he'd never have to leave this place. Gus jumped off rocks, dived into sponge water, and swooshed down waterfalls. He made the biggest waves ever. "We're all getting wet," cried Gus's dad. "Splush! Don't kick up a fuss," shouted Gus, laughing. And I think that is it. Whee! Done.
Yay! Well done, Jimmy.
Yay.
Well done, Jim. Good.
Happy birthday, Jen.
Yay!
Happy birthday, Jenny!
Thank you, everybody. Happy birthday now for yesterday.
Yeah, and now, happy birthday.
Yeah, that for yesterday.
Melon, call me after
What's that, sorry, Mum?
Harley's like, Millie, call me back when the calls ended. Yeah, what are you doing tonight?
Not a lot. I was meant to be working tomorrow, but I'm not now.
When are you going back?
so-
Wednesday?
Well, I was meant to be going back last Monday. But it's so temperamental at the moment. We don't know what's happening with everything, obviously.
Yeah.
Which is a bit of a pain because I'd like to stay back.
Yeah, we're the same.
And Jen's waiting. Her bosses have just been tested for COVID-19 because they work on the Daraford branch of. And they've had symptoms, but they have been working in the COVID unit. So we're just waiting to see what their tests say. So yeah, how are you guys? All right?
Dad,
Yeah,
guess what?
we're thinking of maybe trying to open on restricted hours and just doing one in, one out as of next week. And just doing like a limited menu. Yeah, takeaways, and just people can order things. You know, they can pop in for a coffee at least. But yeah, we'll see. We're just going to see how the week goes and sort of suss it out.
Yeah, well, maybe because people can walk on the beach, they'll come in for a coffee and whatnot.
Well, that's what we thought. We thought if we put a table up at the door inside, and then we can put the card machine on that, and people can just tell us what they want rather than coming in. And then,
I think it'll do you good, Flo.
Only take card
It'll
payments.
do you good. It'll be a psychological boost, and people don't mind waiting.
No, and just do 8:30 till 3, and then call it a day.
Yeah, I don't blame you. I need to
get back in the groove.
That's it. The more I sit about, the more you think, it's harder. Going to be harder to get back into it. So we're just going to crack on. Chris went and did some decorating today, so outdoor stuff that he had lined up for people. So we're just going to sort of slowly creep back into it.
Daddy?
Yes, Harley.
Can you watch my tooth growing in?
Oh, yay! Your face will start changing a bit now.
Can you ask Chrissy what day this week or next week I'm having my surfing lessons?
Oh, whenever there is surf, he said. He'll take you down there.
We'll wait for this wind to drop off a bit, and then maybe later on in the week I'll take you.
Thank you.
All right, babe.
All right, we'll speak to you all later.
Love you guys a lot.
Love you. Have a good night tonight. Happy birthday, Jen. Bye.
Love you, Holly. Love you, everyone. See you later.
Millie.
Love you, House.